What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is SmartTCG, and today I'm going to be going over one of my new favorite decks in the brand new Lost Origins format, and that is going to be Goodra VSTAR. Now, Hisuian Goodra VSTAR is a deck that a lot of people aren't really sure if it's going to be good or if it's going to be not. I personally am under the impression that this deck has tons of potential right now in the standard format. Kind of reminds me of Duraludon, where you set up one gigantic Pokemon and you try and out heal your way to victory. I've been having a lot of fun with this deck, and I do think that it has a lot of potential in the standard format. So we're going to go over the deck list, and then we're going to hop into some games to show off exactly how the deck works and how good it actually is. So we have the Hisuian Goodra VSTAR with 270 HP for a Pokemon that is supposed to be so tanky. 270 is like relatively average for the most part, but it has that rolling iron attack, 200, and during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 80 less damage from attacks. So something like a Trinity Nova, for example, with a double turbo energy, deals 180 damage. Use rolling iron, they only deal 100 damage, which means that they are effectively three-shotting you, which is incredible for your Hisuian Goodra, as you're just going to be able to outlive Pokemon after Pokemon. We have its V-Star power, Moisture Star. During your turn, you may heal all damage from this Pokemon, which means that when your Goodra is about to get knocked out, you can flip over that V-Star power counter, and then you can just instantly heal everything off it, which is absolutely amazing. Goodra, as I said, one of my favorite Pokemon in the new set. We have Hisuian Goodra V as well, not just the V-Star. We gotta play the V as well, unfortunately. We would love just to be able to bench a Hisuian Goodra V-Star, but we gotta play the V as well. And the V is relatively average for the most part. We have Slip In Trip, dealing 60 damage to your opponents, which is their active Pokemon with one of their bench. Could sometimes show up, but usually will not. Then we have Rolling Shell, 140 during your opponent's next turn. This Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks. So relatively okay, nothing too special. And this deck needs a consistency engine, and we're going to use Comfey for it. Comfey with that flower selecting ability, one of the most hyped up cards to come out of the brand new set. Once you're in your turn, and this Pokemon is in the active spot, you look at the top two cards of your deck and put one of them into your hand, put the other in the lost zone. So our strategy is going to be to use Comfeys over and over and over again and power up some of our cards that we do play in this deck to be able to utilize, some of those like those important cards. We do need to utilize the Comfey, so that is why we gotta play 4 in this deck. Here is the deck list here. We also have one more Pokemon that we'll go over shortly. We have Radiant Gardevoir with that Loving Veil. All of your Pokemon take 20 less damage from attacks for your opponent's Pokemon V. So the name of the game here is to tank as many hits as possible, and Goodra does that better than most. We have Psychic as well. This attack does 20 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. We're really unfortunately not going to be able to utilize that as we don't play Psychic, but maybe for some other decks that do play Psychic that do decide to play this, maybe you could find some use out of that. But for this card in this deck, we're just going to be utilizing that Loving Veil. Moving on to some of the other cards, we have Mirage Gate. Once again, another new card from the brand new Lost Origins set. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards of different types and attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. Then shuffle your deck. The thing is, though, you gotta have 7 or more cards in the Lost Zone, which is why we need to utilize the Comfey engine. We have 1 Pal Pad to get back supporters, 4 Quick Ball, 4 Scoop Up Net to switch, 4 Ultra Ball. So we got 4 Quick Ball, 4 Ultra Ball for our Bull Search cards. We have 3 Crystal Cave just to heal off damage as well. Once again, name of the game is healing. 2 Boss's Orders as well, just to control your opponent's side of the field. 4 Colress Experiment, another brand new card from Lost Origins. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck and put 3 of them into your hand. Put the other cards in the Lost Zone. So 3 go into hand, 2 go in the Lost Zone. Going to be able to help out to set up that Mirage Gate. We have 2 Fantinas. We have 2 Fantinas in this deck here. You're only going to use this card if you have 10 or more cards in the Lost Zone. During your opponent's next turn, all of your Pokemon take 120 less from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon V. The thing is, you gotta have 10 though, so we're usually not going to be able to use this until around turn 3 to turn 4, but if we can successfully pull this off, this card is a game changer. 1 Marnie as well, just for consistency, can also, slow them down at times. Also just provides a nice little change sometimes when you don't really want to Chorus and you have the option to Marnie. Can be pretty useful. 2 Air Balloon as well for that flexibility for Comfeys. 2 Choice Belt, because oftentimes hitting 230 is very, very important. 3 Capture, 5 metal, and 5 water to round out the list. So this is my Hisuian Goodra list. Let's hop into some games and show off how powerful it actually is. Alrighty, so hopping into our game here, it looks like we did start the Comfey, so pretty good to see here. Looks like we're going to be going up against Machamp. Alright, so Machamp, not exactly sure what type of fighting deck that we'll be playing against, but we'll see. There's the energy attachment onto the Machamp, and there is the pass. Alright, cool. So we're going to use Comfey here. Start off, let's see. Ooh, we got ourselves a Goodra. We'll take that for sure. Let's go here. Let's Scoop Up Net as well. And we'll Comfey once more. There is another Hisuian Goodra I think we'll take. We're drawing into all of them, unfortunately, so that's not amazing. So, all right, we're going to net again here, go into the Comfey once more. There is a Colress. You love to see that. Nice, nice, nice. Another thing going in the Lost Zone here. We're going to Colress, look at the top cards as well. All right, so we got ourselves another Colress, Capture Energy, and I think we want to get ourselves... I don't think we need Capture Energy. Let's grab these. Yeah, this seems fine. Cool. Rest go in the Lost Zone. Very nice. I can bench. We could honestly comfortably Capture Energy. Like, we're so close to being able to Mirage Gate next turn anyways, so this seems pretty good. So yeah, let's use Capture Energy. Let's get that Goodra down, and then we'll pass it off to them. So really good setup here. We kind of got everything that we needed, and yeah, we're looking great. So love to see it here. Gonna see what this Machamp player has in store. There is the Gatejaw Bog. Okay. And then if they don't have anything else, we should just be able to win. But it looks like there is the Professor's Research. All right, so research coming down, discarding, drawing up to 7 fresh new cards. We'll see what they get. There is the Machamp V Max here. There comes Trekking Shoes as well. With that Revenge Buster, if any of your Pokemon have any damage counters on it, that does 140 more damage. So pretty cool there, being able to do 220. Pretty powerful. And then G-Max G-Strike. During your next turn's Pokemon can't use G-Max G-Strike. So there comes Crobat, going to be benched down, which does mean they will be able to get the knockout as Gapejaw will come into effect here. And yeah, looks like they're off to the races here. Looking pretty good. So yeah, definitely doing a lot of stuff here. And yep, there's a Revenge Buster dealing 200 damage. All right. So we're going to promote the Comfey here. We're super close to getting what we need to be able to get this set up. There's the Mirage Gate. All right. So I'm going to evolve into the Hisuian Goodra. Let's use Comfey here. See what we can get. There's the Air Balloon. You love to see it because now we're going to be guaranteed able to get this attack off. Beautiful. Let's use that Colress. Grab Fantina. Let's grab ourselves a Crystal Cave, I think, as well. I think this seems okay. We probably don't even need the Choice Belt anymore. I don't think we necessarily have to have the Choice Belt. Is there another Choice Belt in here? But then again, I would just like kind of like the boss's orders thing, but at this point I think just healing is more important. So let's grab these. I could also just like, I mean, do I really need to do that? Do I need another Goodra right now? I guess I don't actually need another Goodra, so let's just grab these for now. All right, so we have 7 in the discard pile, which does mean we'll be able to use that Mirage Gate here. We'll go 1 and 2. Perfect. We'll go attach here, attach for turn, attach the Choice Belt as well. We'll go here, and then we can retreat into the Hisuian Goodra VSTAR, and we'll be able to use that Rolling Iron, which does mean that their attacks will do 100 less with the Crystal Cave will be 110. Actually, no, yeah, be 80 less with the Crystal Cave will be 110 less. So 110 less. There we go. Math is hard. 110 less with the Crystal Cave effectively. So it is though 80 less, but if I'm able to get that Crystal Cave off, it will be absolutely crazy. And we can also just use Moisture Star as well next turn. If we do just draw absolutely nothing here. So anyways, there is the other Colress. You love to see it. Here comes Trekking Shoes. All right. So yeah, Trekking Shoes coming up there, going to be discarding the boss's orders. Here comes Quick Ball as well. Yeah, so gotta assume like another Machamp or something like that will most likely be seen here. Yep, there is the Machamp number 2. Going to be benched down, taking that 20 damage. It's actually a really cool deck. There's the energy attachment. We'll see the Primate Wisdom putting 1 card on top and 1 into the hand. It is another Choice Belt that will attach it, and we see that Revenge Buster for only 150. All right. So let's see. Let's use Colress here. Let's see what we can get. We got ourselves a switch. Let's go Goodra. And I think Ultra Ball seems fine. Seems all right. Yep. We'll grab all these here. So now we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which does mean we can use Fantina next turn to be able to basically make this Goodra immortal. So let's use Moisture Star, heal off all of the damage that they did, and we'll be able to use Rolling Iron, taking that knockout. We don't need to burn any of these cards in our hand as of right now, but we will get ourselves another Goodra next turn. So there's the Mirage Gate, there's a Goodra, which doesn't mean that we need to really, yeah, like it does mean that we basically need to do nothing next turn. We can just bench the Goodra now, so we don't need to burn the Ultra Ball. So that is great. There's the Professor's Research as well. And yeah, we're looking amazing here. I mean, if they go into another VMAX, we can just heal all of this Goodra for the most part, effectively with the Fantina. So that is awesome. Here comes Ultra Ball coming up as well. Gonna be discarding 2 cards. Gotta assume that Machamp VMAX is on the way. There we go. Here comes that Machamp. So yeah, Machamp's actually a really efficient attacker. I mean, being able to do way over 200 damage for 2 energy is actually pretty impressive. It's just that Mew VMAX is kind of like that rough matchup that you kind of have to deal with. So anyways, there is the Machamp hitting with that Revenge Buster. Does mean that we can bench this Goodra, take the 20 damage. That is fine, shouldn't really matter. We can use Mirage Gate as well, just getting that 1 there. That's okay. We'll attach per turn as well. And then we can just use Fantina, which basically means that we'll be taking 120 less, plus the Rolling Iron, which does mean that we'll be taking just like 200 less. That's crazy. Plus the Radiant Gardevoir. Oh my goodness. So we're going to be taking barely any damage here. And I think that our Goodra is going to... there's a potential that it survives, I think, because we're doing reduced by 20, reduced by, or we're doing 80, 120, 200... 220. All right, Grant's coming up here. Yeah, so Grant, yeah, doesn't even do anything here and just hitting for 60 damage. Oh my goodness, they did absolutely nothing. So we can just use Rolling Iron, take the knockout. They literally took 1 singular prize card and they weren't able to do anything versus us. Oh my goodness. All right, so that's the first game with Hisuian Goodra. Absolutely crazy there, right? So all right, that's the first one. Let's get into the second one and just, you know, continue to show off actually how good this deck is, because that was incredible. All right. Alrighty, so hopping into our game here, gonna be going up against something with the Inteleon engine. We got a Goodra start. So Goodra is not necessarily the Pokemon that we typically like to start off with. Usually it's Comfey, but our hand's actually relatively strong for the most part anyways, so I'm pretty pleased about this regardless. Here comes the Quick Ball, going to be getting rid of that Fire Energy, going to be grabbing Snorlax. All right, yeah, so looks like we're going to be going up against that Inteleon Charizard deck here. There is the Scoop Up Net as well, which I think should be a pretty decent matchup, as they're going to struggle to one-shot us, and we can heal off most of our damage. The one unfortunate thing is that Fantina actually doesn't work in this matchup, so that is pretty important to note, is because Fantina is only for V Pokemon. So, all right, anyways. Colress, Quick Ball, switch, pretty easy there, I think. Yeah, I think those are pretty obvious picks. Put those in the discard pile. All right, nice. We can attach an energy as well. We can use our Quick Ball. Let's get rid of, I mean, do we need the Ultra Ball here? Probably not. All right, let's do that. Let's grab ourselves a Comfey. We can switch into the Comfey, and then we'll be able to use Flower Selecting. Yeah, we'll take the Mirage Gate, that's for sure. So we got 3 into the discard, or 3 into the Lost Zone, which will go for 5, and then we can switch retreat, hopefully get another Comfey Mirage Gate. We're looking good. So got the strategy that we needed. The only thing I'm concerned about is turn 2 Aqua. Actually, no, they can't even get turn 2 Aqua because they didn't attach for turn. So that is very nice. So there actually is no threat on this Comfey here, which is huge. Because since there's no threat, then I should be able to get off the Mirage Gate Goodra attack this coming up turn, which will be absolutely fantastic. So looking pretty good here. I mean, just being able to get that Comfey in the active just makes things so much easier. Would I have liked to get 2 Comfeys on the field? 100%, but didn't end up happening here. So we'll try and figure it out. The one unfortunate thing is actually I would have loved to have Big Charm in this matchup. That's actually the one thing. So Choice Belt does have its uses, but I kind of like the Big Charm as well. So I'm kind of like flip-flopping between which one I actually do like a little bit more. So yeah, we'll see. But I'm pleased with the list as of right now. It's been actually feeling really, really good. So here is the Evolution Incense coming up for them. Waiting to see what they get. All right, gonna be Drizzile. Cool. Evolution there. So probably gonna get themselves something like an Irida, maybe like an Irida for like a Sobble and a Quick Ball. Just getting a bunch of Inteleons on the field is gonna be really, really important for them. So we'll see. All right, yeah, there's Irida. So if they don't have Sobbles in hand, then I definitely have to assume that it'll be for a Sobble and then an out to a Sobble or a Mew, like one of those other, you know, like one or the other. Like definitely should come up here, that's for sure. But anyways, yeah, we're still looking really, really good here. As I said, as long as we can just get one more Comfey, which we'll see we'll see the top card for our draw. We'll Colress see 5 more, so we'll see 5, 6, 7, 8 with the active Comfey as well. So yeah, we should be able to find ourselves a quick ball or like another Ultra Ball or just like a Comfey, and then we'll be able to Mirage Gate. Yeah, so there's the other Sobble here for sure, and there's the energy attachment. All right, definitely seems like a pretty standard start. Not the most amazing start for their deck, but it is still a respectable start in most matchups. Like this is like pretty average for them. It's nothing like too special. It's not great, but it's not bad for sure. So all right, there's quick ball. Oh yeah, I gotta assume it's for Sobble or Mew. Yep, there's the other Sobble. Okay, bench there. And yeah, there's Gourmet-ize. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is pray that we get a Comfey. Let's start off with Colress here. All right, yeah, there's the Comfey. Okay, so we can't use Fantina in here because it's only against V Pokemon, which is a little bit unfortunate. So we'll grab these two, toss the rest into the Lost Zone. Still pretty good here. Let's use our flower selecting. All right, there is Marnie, which is pretty good as well. I kind of want to keep that, yeah. Because how many do we have in this scrap out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll have 6, and then we can retreat to 7. All right, beautiful. So yeah, let's grab Marnie here. I'm going to use Quick Ball, get rid of the Choice Belt. Yeah, this is always fine. So Quick Ball, get rid of Choice Belt, bench Comfey. I'll go switch into the Comfey. We'll use flower selecting. Get ourselves the Scoop Up Net. That seems fine, yeah. Doesn't hurt. All right, grab ourselves. We'll evolve into the Goodra here. Yeah, we'll just net. Go into the Goodra. Then we'll be able to use our Mirage Gate 1 and 2, powering up this big, beefy machine here. We'll go evolve as well. We can bench another Comfey. That seems fine. Don't know if we necessarily need to bench this Goodra just yet. So we'll hold off on that, and then we'll use Rolling Iron for 200 and the knockout, and we take 80 less damage from attack. So an Aqua Bullet is only going to do 40, and then we can Crystal Cave heal it off. So looking really good here. Our Goodra is all locked and ready to go. Seems like a pretty okay matchup, as they need to Aqua Bullet early on, which it's only going to be doing like 40 damage. So that's good. We love to see that. But yeah, we'll see exactly what they're able to pull off here. Here comes the Evolution Incense. So yeah, definitely Inteleon is on the way. That is for sure. Inteleon definitely is showing up here. So all right, we'll see. Okay. Yeah, so there's Shady Dealings. Probably going to get themselves maybe something like an energy search. I'm not entirely sure what they want to get. Yeah, so there's energy search and Irida. All right, so energy search coming out here. I'm going to be getting themselves probably a water or a fire. They could have got themselves fire energy just because they kind of want one naturally in the discard pile, but decided against that. That is fine. And then we'll see that Inteleon Aqua Bullet. So this coming up turn, yeah, we're definitely going to bench down that Goodra, Crystal Cave, Marnie. And I think we'll be in a pretty good situation. So, all right, just waiting on them to use Aqua Bullet. The question is do they want to do anything else? I think that's kind of like the spot that they're in, is what else do they want to do? Yep, there is the Irida. Okay. So we'll see exactly what they're gonna. It's got to be something like a Drizzile. Yeah, a Drizzile Quick Ball. Okay, cool. So they are going to be able to Shady Dealings once again here. The Shady Dealings engine. This is a deck that kind of takes a long time to play because there's a lot of Shady Dealings in it. Like this is the deck that abuses Shady Dealings more than anything in the Pokemon trading card game. Yes, the Palkies of the world. Yes, the Arceus and Inteleons of the world do abuse that, but I think that this deck, when it's just built around Shady Dealings, and then obviously like having Charizard as your star attacker, but you talk with Aqua Bullet a lot as well, actually. Like, you usually talk with Aqua Bullet early game. So yeah, it just is the ultimate. I am going to use this as much as I possibly can. with obviously the 4 Scoop Up Net, the heavy lines of other things. So, oh my god, they're netting? Oh, wait, what are they netting? Oh, okay. I was like, they should not be netting the active there because they cannot attack with a Charizard. So, but they are powering it up. So, makes sense there. Here comes the Shady Dealings coming up as well. I'm curious what else they're getting here. Maybe they're getting something like an out to Mew or something like that. Would definitely make sense. Would not be surprised if we saw something like that. They did preemptively put that down the Charizard though, so they are very vulnerable to just a boss's orders knockout, which wouldn't necessarily be too against doing. But there is the Choice Belt going down onto the damaged Charizard, and we will see that Aqua Bullet doing 40 damage only. All right, so let's get down this Goodra. Let's attach for turn. We can Crystal Cave heal off as well. I think we'll Air Balloon. It seems pretty fine. And then we can use our Marnie here, shuffling them up. Hopefully going to disrupt them just enough there. There's a Goodra as well. I think we're going to save the Mirage Gate because we don't know if they're going to cross switch or knock out this Goodra. So it'd be important just to make sure, because I don't want to fully commit to that unless we, have the option to actually use it. So we're going to use our Rolling Iron, doing 200 damage there, taking the knockout on that Inteleon. So looking pretty good for us here. Definitely like this. Definitely in a pretty commanding situation. All right, there is the mana feat. Yeah, so the big question is do they have the knockout on the bench Goodra? Because if they don't, then I think we're going to be chilling. So they promoted the Charizard here, which does mean that they could just Raihan attack. I think that's what they're planning to do. Yeah, so they must just be going Raihan attack here, because I was like, there's no reason they would promote that if they didn't have the option to do that, because they can't Magma Basin onto the active. Yeah, so there's Raihan. Okay, so they will be able to do something here, but this also is a sign that they're not going to be able to knock out the bench Goodra, which should just mean we can out heal them. So yeah, there it is there. There's a double, yeah, so there's the Twin Energy. Yeah, so they're not taking the knockout though. That's the important thing, and we'll be able to use Moisture Star to heal all of this damage there. There is a Combustion Blast doing 200, close but no cigar there. We'll be able to use our Moisture Star, heal all of this off. We're going to use that Mirage Gate though. Let's get some more energies onto our little friend here. Then we can use Moisture Star, heal all of it off. It's actually a big friend. It's pretty big actually. We could use Colress too. I guess it doesn't really hurt. Yeah, let's use our Colress. See if we can find something. Oh, another Goodra. Love to see it. All right, and there's the sad face. Yeah, I think they recognize that this matchup is a little bit tough. So we'll bench the other Goodra. At this point, I guess we could Mirage Gate just because we don't want to top deck into any more energy. So we'll go 1. We'll go 2. We'll Crystal Cave as well, just to bump the other Stadium. I think that seems okay. Sure, because just to make sure that they have to keep burning their Magma Basins, we can probably just run them out of Magma Basins entirely. So we'll use our Goodra there, Rolling Iron, and I think now this should mean if they can never one-shot back-to-back Goodras, I think it's physically impossible for them to win if they cannot go knockout. I guess their only chance is now going like one-shot Goodra on the bench with like a cross switcher play into like Echo Horn, cross switcher knockout into another Echo Horn. Like I really don't think there's much that they can do in this situation. Yeah, definitely Inteleon Charizard. Okay, yeah, so they will be able to hit this turn. Like that shouldn't be the issue. The issue is just not doing any damage because of our almost invincible Goodra, it seems like. So anyways, there is the evolution into the Inteleon here. We will see that Shady Dealings. So shading away here. All right, we will see. Okay. So there is the Shady Dealings. I'm curious to see exactly what they want to grab here though. I mean, what do they need? I mean, they got to get net or something like that, right? Like they definitely need some more stuff here. So we'll see. Definitely taking their time here. The clock is ticking away. Magma Basin, Scoop Up Net. Okay, so yeah, they definitely have the attack. Like that's not the issue. So anyways, there's Magma Basin coming up here. And then we will see the Scoop Up Net as well come out, and we'll see that Charizard hit for a lot of damage, still doing a respectable amount. There's the Scoop Up Net. All right, Oh, they're putting up the Inteleon. Okay, so they're going to evolve the active. Ah, okay. So the thing about this, though, is that if they don't Air Balloon here, they're burning another net, which means that they're just running out of so many resources. Like, they're going to be down their 4th net here, which is just really bad for them. They're cross-switching. Okay, yeah, so they are actually going to cross-switcher up the Goodra. Okay. Yeah, here comes Goodra. Yeah, okay, so they are going to do this. Okay, so they do actually have a small chance now, I think, if they play like a couple Horn or something like that, but I don't think they will. I don't think they do that, and I also think that they're just going to naturally run out of resources, I think. So anyways, there's a Combustion Blast doing 250 damage. So Rolling Iron only prevents on your Pokemon, not everything else. So that is important to know for anyone that might have had that question. So all right, at this point here, I think I am just going to Rolling Iron. I don't think there's anything else I particularly need to do. They can't one-shot me anyways, so this should just be pretty easy here. I guess if they do play Echo Horn, it could be a problem, but other than that, like, I don't think they play 2 Echo Horn, and I also think that they're so far down on resources that we should just be okay here. Like, there shouldn't be really anything to worry about. Also, if they do choose the Echo Horn, the Goodra here, I guess, in the situation, yes, they would take a knockout, but then I'd just go bench Comfey, and then that, you know, play that they could do is just out the window, and they can't actually make it anymore. So, yeah, I think we're chilling at the most, for the most part here. So, there is the Air Balloon attached onto the Mute, and there's another Shady Dealings. The 300th Shady Dealings that they have used this game here. So there it is, going to be able to search for something. Let's see what they decide to get. All right, there's the Clara. Yeah, so thankfully they can't use another Shady Dealings Inteleon, which is good, because then maybe if they did have the Horn play, they could pull off something a little bit concerning. But other than that, like, I think we're chilling regardless, because some of them play Horn, some of them don't. The majority don't. So, you know, there is the Sobble and the Radiant Charizard coming up there. See the energy attachment. All right, going into that Radiant Charizard. Very nice. There's the other Shady Dealings. So yeah, they do get the hit here. What are they grabbing? Choice Belt? Probably. Probably something like Choice Belt. Our Pokemon is literally invincible. Our Pokemon cannot be knocked out. It is huge. It's huge. All right. It's huge. All right, there's the Combustion Blast. Okay, so yeah, now I can just go bench. I can even bench the Gardevoir as well. It doesn't really matter. We'll go bench, and then use our Rolling Iron to be able to take that knockout. Going down to 1 prize, they are forced now to take 4 prizes in 1 turn, which I don't think their deck is capable of, which will mean that we'll just be able to win this game. Boss's Order stall is not going to do anything, as we can just simply retreat. We have ourselves another Capture Energy in our deck to be able to prevent that issue from ever coming up. There's a good chance they might just decide to smack us with the Radiant Charizard this turn. Would respect them to go out that way, just by taking the knockout, getting down to 2 prizes. Definitely respect that for sure, but we'll see. Maybe they can pull off something that we're not expecting here, but we should be able to cruise to this victory. How many do we even have in the lost one? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so we had 8, 9 in the lost one. So yeah, we'll see what they're able to do. Shady Dealings coming up there. They got to make a decision pretty soon. Actually, the Inteleon deck does take a long time to play. That's also something that I've noticed. It's like, Inteleon deck takes a long time to play. So as you can see, they have 12 minutes left on the timer, and I have 20. So yeah, definitely is a long and grindy deck to play. So what they could do is just sit something in active. They have quick shoot, and they could start pinging away on a Goodra, take that knockout. Like, that is something they could do, but like, I don't think that it would do anything. And also, like, this Inteleon doesn't actually take the knockout here on the active. I gotta assume that there has to be like a cross switcher here. Like, that's the only way that they'd actually be able to do something. It's just if they had the cross switcher. So yeah, there's a cross switcher. I think they probably have to Boss's Orders now. They probably would have hoped the Goodra didn't have too many energies on it, because then you can start to Aqua Bolt that Goodra, start pinging the bench run for 20. Yeah, they're definitely just cross switcher in here. Or maybe not, actually. They're going to the Zard. Yep, looks like they're gonna go out on their own terms. With that Charizard, gonna hit them with a well played, gonna promote the Goodra, and we'll be able to use that Rolling Iron for the knockout taking it, and that is going to be the game. Anyways, that is Goodra VSTAR, one of my favorite new decks in the Lost Origins metagame. One of the coolest decks as well. I've been having tons of fun with it, and I think it is a lot better than people think. If you enjoyed the content I provide, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments on the deck. Let me know if you think there should be any changes as well. I'll definitely take those into consideration and get back to you. But anyways, this is SmartTCG. I appreciate all the support as always. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We just hit 2,000 subs on YouTube. It means the world to me, so thank you so much. I appreciate it. But anyways, this is SmartTCG, and I'll speak with you again soon. Peace out.